Hello everyone. Welcome to the continuation of the series of calm reflections on the book Nosso Lar by André Luiz, a spiritual narrative about life after death, responsibility, and the maturation of consciousness through service. Chapter 48 is titled, Family Worship. It is one of the most moving and, at the same time, one of the most beautiful chapters in this part of the book. It does not describe dramatic events or intense experiences. Instead, it presents an extraordinary spiritual gathering, a family worship meeting in which prayer, music, and love become a bridge connecting two worlds, the spiritual and the material. This chapter allows us to see how family bonds are cultivated in the spiritual world and how powerful prayer and harmony of thought truly are. André Luiz is invited to Lygia's home for a special meeting. For many of those present, such a gathering is something familiar. But for André, everything is new and deeply moving. Several dozen people gather in a large hall. The atmosphere is calm and filled with quiet concentration. In the center of the room stands an unusual device, a large crystal globe connected to communication equipment. Its purpose is to enable contact with someone who is currently on Earth. André learns that the person they hope to see is Ricardo, the husband of Mrs. Laura. Ricardo is still alive in a physical body, but during sleep he can briefly visit the spiritual world. This reminds us of an important spiritual truth. Sleep is not merely rest for the body. For the spirit, it can be a moment of partial liberation from the bonds of matter. Some souls, especially those who are spiritually more aware, are able during sleep to approach the spiritual world and meet their loved ones. However, such meetings require special conditions. That is why certain devices are used to isolate the emotions and thoughts of the participants, preventing them from disturbing the communication. When the proper moment arrives, Minister Clarencio asks everyone to concentrate. The prayer begins. A deep silence fills the room. Then music arises. Mrs. Laura's family begins to play instruments, and the women sing a hymn they composed themselves. It is a song full of love and hope. A message addressed to Ricardo. The words remind him not to lose hope, to keep goodness in his heart, and to remember the higher life of the spirit. Music and prayer create a deeply harmonious atmosphere. André feels his thoughts rising toward higher spiritual levels. At a certain moment, inside the crystal globe a luminous mist begins to appear. Gradually it takes the shape of a human figure. It is Ricardo. The sight brings great emotion to everyone present. His family looks at him with love and longing. Ricardo speaks briefly with his wife and children. His words are filled with gratitude and spiritual joy. He says he is happy to experience once again such pure and beautiful moments of family prayer. He also recalls how much spiritual good was created in this home through the family's shared search for God. His final words are especially touching. Ricardo asks his family for something very unusual. He asks them not to pray for an easy life for him on earth. Instead, he asks them to pray that he will not have too many comforts. He wants difficulties that will help him preserve gratitude toward God and a clear understanding of the spiritual purpose of life. This is a profound thought. It reminds us that true spiritual growth often occurs through challenges and trials. After these words, Ricardo's image slowly fades. The meeting ends with prayer. The atmosphere is filled with emotion, but also with deep joy. Everyone feels they have witnessed something extraordinary, a moment in which the love of a family heart crossed the boundary between worlds. At the end of the chapter, André receives another important piece of news. Minister Clarencio offers him something remarkable. The following day, he will accompany Mrs. Laura on her journey toward her new incarnation on Earth. André is invited to join them. This means that, after a long time, he may finally see his wife and children again. The news fills his heart with immense joy. Chapter 48 reminds us of several important truths. That prayer and music possess great spiritual power. That family bonds do not end with the death of the body. That the spirit can approach the spiritual world during sleep. That love between souls can transcend the boundaries between worlds. And that the difficulties of life are often instruments of spiritual growth. This is one of the most beautiful chapters in the book. It shows that a true family is not merely a bond of blood. It is a community of souls learning together the path toward light. And it leaves us with an important question. In our daily lives, are we able to create moments of prayer, harmony, and spiritual unity? Moments that bring our hearts closer to the world of goodness and love? In the next chapter, André Luiz will begin an extraordinary journey. A journey that will allow him to see once again the loved ones he left on Earth. The path continues. See you soon.